In this video, we will learn about the organizational chart feature of eCount ERP. By using the organizational chart menu, you can create and view your company's organizational chart. You can mark the head of each department, and you can customize the fields that are displayed in organizational chart, like employees' title, position, and their contact information, like phone number and mobile and email account. And here in this video, we will learn about how to create and how to view your company's organizational chart. And before starting the video, please note that you can access this organizational chart setup menu through two paths. Firstly, by going to Group Where, Share, Set Organizational Chart menu. And secondly, you can go to Manage, HR, Set Organizational Chart menu to access the menu. And the two paths lead to the same menu. And also, please note that the two menus will pull the name and department of each employee from Register User menu. In User Customization, User Setup, Register User menu, you can create user IDs and set their name and department. And the two organizational chart menus of Manage and Group Where will pull the name and department of each user ID. So please note that the chart will be made up from the information of user IDs. But however, please note that the title position information will be pulled not from user IDs, but from the employee codes connected with each user ID. You can set up employee codes by going to Manage, Payroll, Setup, Register Employee menu. When you create each employee code, you can set the title position of each employee. And once you have connected each employee code to each user ID, the organizational chart menu will pull the title position information of the corresponding employee code. So please note. So right now, we will begin how to create your company's organizational chart. Firstly, a few basic setups are required. So firstly, you need to create an individual user ID for each employee by going to User Customization, User Setup, Register User menu. You can click New button to create a new ID, or you can use eCount Web Uploader to batch upload user IDs. And to create an organizational chart, each employee must have their own user ID. After creating a user ID for all employees, you need to go to Accounting 1, Setup, Register Department menu to create each department code for your company's divisions. And apart from the Accounting 1 Department Setup menu, you can also go to Manage, Payroll, Setup, Department menu to register your company's divisions. And after creating department codes and user IDs, lastly, you need to go to the Register User menu again to connect each department to each user ID. First, click each user ID and go to User Information tab and scroll down and find Department field. Here you can connect the department codes that you created to each user ID. And once you have connected department codes to each user ID, the name and department of each user, each employee, will be displayed in Organizational Chart Status menu. Not automatically, but after creating first a new organizational chart by going to the Register Organizational Chart menu. And in addition to name and department, if you need to show each employee's title position information like staff or team manager, CEO, CFO, etc., you need to connect an employee code which can be set up through Manage module to each user ID. So in order to do so, you need to first go to Manage, Payroll, Register Employee menu. You can first create new employee codes and then set their title position setting. For example, if you set the title position of an employee, after you click Save, then you need to go to Register User menu and click on each user ID to connect the ID with an employee code by using Connect Employee field. And after connecting an employee code to each user ID, the program will show the corresponding title position information to each employee name's side. So these are the basic settings required for employee setup in the corresponding organizational chart. And next, we will move to Register Organizational Chart menu to learn about how to create a new organizational chart. So initially, no department will be displayed under your company name. You need to first right-click on the company name and click Add Sub-Department button to configure your departments under the company name. Click the magnifying glass of Sub-Department field and then select the department codes that you will add under the company name and click Apply and Apply again. And then the department will be added under your company name, and the number of employees that belong to each department will be shown in parentheses at each department's right. After adding departments to the organizational chart, you can set the head of each department. Click Set Department Head button, and then on the right field, double-click on each field to select the head of the department. And please note that a single department head can be set up for each department. And you can click Save to finish. After adding departments and setting the head of each department, please move to Organizational Chart Status menu to view the created chart. You can find the name of each department and the head of the department and their title position information and their name. And you can click on each employee name to view their information in details. And please also note that the program pulls the name of each employee not from employee code but from user ID. So for example, this employee, Tim Mackey, the name is pulled from Register User menu, User ID. So you can see that the name is set to Tim Mackey for the user ID. And for the employee code connected with this user ID, the program will not pull the name of the corresponding employee code. It will pull the name of the corresponding user ID. So if you want to edit the name shown in the organizational chart, please go to Register User menu to edit the name. And also, the program pulls the title position information from employee code. So if you want to change the title position shown on the right side of each employee, please go to Manage, Payroll, Setup, Register Employee menu to edit each employee's title position information. And you can also export the screen shown in Organizational Chart Status menu by using Print button at the bottom. You can print out or export in PDF or in image file, and use the icon at the top left to reduce or enlarge the shown screen. And also you can edit the settings of how the organizational chart is shown in the menu by going to top right option, Organizational Chart Settings. Here you can set the sort by standards, that is, how the employees are listed, sorted. Like you can sort them in order of title, position, or in order of their name in ascending or descending order. And you can also edit the fields that are shown when you click on each employee name. You can hide or add fields. These information, you can customize them by going to the Organizational Chart Settings menu. So far in this video, we have discussed how to set up employees and user IDs, and how to create a new organizational chart, and how to view and edit the organizational chart. And please note that you can use in the same way the organizational chart menu of Manage module. The two menus are identical. So please note. Thank you.